so comfortable, quiet. It's really nice.
Your wife love it?
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
That's good. Boys and Wheels TV 今日も始まりました。今日はですね、素晴らしいゲストが海外から見えているようでございます。So what's your name?
My name is Michael.
Where from?
From Amsterdam, Holland.
初めての海外のお客様で first time guest for the overseas.
Really?
Channel, yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. So how long have you stayed in Japan?
For 2 months now, and we still have 2 weeks to go, so 2.5 months in total.
Okay, let's ask him about the story for the stay in Japan. So how old are you?
38.
And what's your job in Amsterdam?
I'm a journalist. I write.
Journalist.
Yeah, I write about music, movies, cars, and trucks.
Wow.
Yeah.
And in freelance?
Freelance. Yeah.
And is this your car?
Yeah, I bought it
In Japan?
in Japan. Yeah, without seeing the car.
Friend is from Shiga. How did you vote?
A friend of mine lives in Shiga, and his job is to export cars.
Okay.
So he sources cars for customers from the States, customers from Europe. Yeah, basically he sourced this car for me. It's registered on his name, and we can borrow it from him.
So you bring back to Holland?
Yeah.
Everybody's thinking how and how much is everything. So could you tell me the details?
Basically, I paid a fixed fee, so including the shipping and buying the car, and that was around 11,000 euros.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so cheap.
Yeah, it is cheap, but I think only shipping was somewhere around 3,000 euros, so it's a pretty large part of the total sum. And of course, the risk is in buying a car that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
So I've been very lucky. I've driven around 6,000 kilometers. And
Already?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it hasn't used any oil or something like that. It's it's flawless. So I'm very lucky with it.
Okay. This is a good car. How many kilometers when you buy?
137.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Century is owners look after very carefree and
Maintenance.
Maintenance.
Yeah.
It's perfect, I think.
Yeah, it is. The paint isn't flawless. So when the car is at home, I'm gonna detail it completely.
Okay.
But I like to do so.
ということです。すごいですね。Do you have a partner?
Yeah, I'm married to the best wife ever.
Oh, is she coming as well to Japan?
Yeah, she's now in Japan. She's in the apartment now. She's also a journalist, so she's working.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's been working on the back seat of the Century also.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
And what car do you have in Amsterdam?
BMW 5 Series E39
Oh, good.
Touring. That's my daily driver.
525?
525, yeah. Alfa Romeo Spider from 1991.
Great.
Red, of course. Toyota Land Cruiser 70 Series. Troop carrier, and we converted it into a camper, so it has a pop-up roof. Of course, Century, and I've got a motorcycle.
And you have a 2 Toyota and 1 BMW and 1 Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Wow, and a motorcycle.
And a motorcycle.
Oh, do you know about the Century before you come to Japan? Or?
I'm a complete car nut, so I try to know as many brands and models as I can. I'm not sure where I came across the Century. It must have been like a weird YouTube clip or something, or maybe Instagram post, I don't know. Yeah, so I got to know about the Century and then thought, well, it's an amazing car, but probably I'm never going to be able to buy one because you can't find one in Europe. Probably.
Have you seen before in Europe?
Yeah. There's one at the Toyota importer in the Netherlands.
Okay.
They have a left-hand drive car.
Really?
Yeah. It used to be an embassy car of the French embassy. So it's Euro spec. So it has the headlights for left-hand drive. It has space for a white license plate. So it's a unicorn. Yeah.
なるほど。Left-hand Century あるんですってすごいですね。Could you explain your car history when you're a child?
Yeah. My dad worked at our own cars, because we didn't have a lot of money. So basically, if there was something wrong with the car, he had to mend it by himself. So I used to help him and look at him do so. Yeah.
In the garage?
No, on the street.
Okay, that's good.
So it was pretty. I wanted to say trashy, but it was just cheap. And since then, cars have been in my life. I worked at a Renault dealership from 13 years old. I learned to drive a car. I watched the rental cars.
You're doing a part-time job when you're in school.
I was saving money for a moped. Yeah, and I've been into cars ever since. I read magazines. I, of course, write in magazines now. I bought my first car before I even had my driver's license.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm crazy about cars.
Yeah. What was the first car?
a Daihatsu Charade.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're already into Japan car.
Well, I think basically that was the cheapest car to find within a 10-kilometer radius around my house. It was kind of before people started advertising on internet.
How much was it?
500 euros. After that, I bought an Alfa Romeo 155.
Oh, good.
So the square boxy one.
Yeah.
I used to have an S90 Executive. So that's a long wheelbase version, the Volvo. I think you guys call it Royal here.
Yeah.
Volvo C70. My wife used to drive a Volvo 480. Do you know those? With the pop-up headlights?
Yeah. Volvo 480.
Yeah. It's a tiny coupe with pop-up headlights. It's built in the Netherlands. It's
Okay.
Volkswagen Polo G40.
Okay.
The purple, the Genesis edition. I don't know, it's been so many.
Why you to change a car?
Because I like a lot of cars.
Okay.
So sometimes when I see a car for sale, I have to buy it because I want to drive it or it brings back memories from the past. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And this.
And now this. Yeah. This.
How was the impression?
Well, at first I had to get used to it because my 5 Series that I drive as a daily car has M Sport suspension, so it's really harsh. Of course, the Alfa Romeo is also pretty harsh. So I'm kind of used to sporty cars, and this one is like really wafty.
Air suspension.
Yeah. And you have to like turn the wheel pretty far before it even starts moving.
Not quick.
Not quick. So I had to get used to it also because of the fender mirrors. They are like really weird. But after I think 500 kilometers, I got used to it and I now completely understand the car. It's so comfortable, quiet. It's really nice.
Your wife love it?
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Michael, why did you come to Japan?
We've been here a couple of years ago. We really liked it then.
Okay.
And when
How
we
many
were
times?
this is the second time.
Second time, okay.
Yeah, and when we left the last time, we thought, well, we've only seen such a small part of the country. So basically, we did the Shinkansen tour from Tokyo to Kyoto to Osaka, and then took a train to Naoshima.
Oh.
So we had some experience outside of the bigger cities, but still. So then we thought, well, let's come back.
Okay. You want to more discover.
Yeah, exactly, and longer. So we sold our house in 2019 and then bought the Land Cruiser to drive here through Central Asia, through Mongolia to Russia. And then you already said it, then COVID happened. So all the borders closed. So we had to skip that journey.
Oh.
And then, of course, now there's the war in Ukraine. So we weren't sure when we could pick up that journey again. So then we thought, well, we want to go back to Japan. How can we see more of the country by car? Are we gonna rent a car? No, because it's crazy expensive.
Yeah. It's 2 months, almost 2 months.
Exactly, yeah. So then we started searching for, maybe we can try to buy a car.
Okay.
And so we did, yeah.
But you can choose many cars in a Century. Why did you choose Century?
I wanted to have something really special, something that you cannot see in Europe because I want to take it home and I like weird cars. I thought I gotta buy something that we didn't get in Europe, so no MX-5, no S2000, but something weird. Basically, I started looking for a Crown Royal Estate.
Oh.
So the double rear wiper thing.
I know,
and then I found out that these were kind of in the same price range.
Okay.
So I thought, V12, let's go.
How many cities you been?
We've been to Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Kyoto, Kyushu, yeah. So we were in Fukuoka, but only one day. Was too short because we really liked that city. Beppu.
Oh.
Kochi, second time Shikoku, but first time Kochi.
Yeah.
Kanazawa.
Okay.
Sapporo.
Wow.
Yeah.
By ferry?
By ferry, yeah. Hakodate. And now Tokyo. And we still have Osaka to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, journey is continuing. すごいです。So easy to bring back to shipping to Amsterdam? Is it complicated?
The shipping part is easy.
Oh, really?
So we're just gonna drop the keys at the harbor, and then one of the harbor employees drives the car on the boat.
Before that, you need a contract, then blah blah blah.
Yeah, we have of course like the sale contract. My friend in Shiga is gonna export the car, and then when the car comes to Holland, I have to pay import fees. I have to pay taxes over both the acquiring of the car and the transport costs. Then I have to build in rear fog light because Japanese cars don't have most of them don't have a rear fog light, and we're obliged to have one. I have to modify the headlights because we drive on the other side, of course. And then I have to do like an individual registration check. So the guys of the road inspection authority in the Netherlands, they have a test track, and the car has to go there. And they're gonna do like multiple tests, like handling tests, brake tests, etc., before I get the Dutch license plates.
Story like very complicated, but it's not too much complicated.
It's doable, but it's expensive. So only the road test to get it road legal in the Netherlands is already 1,000 euros or something.
Okay. そんなに難しくないのかな思ってみる。So we get in the cars. In the highway in Tokyo, what do you think in the highway in Tokyo?
Oh, it's really nice because I don't have an ETC card, so I haven't driven here yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it the first time for you?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think it's complicated. It's difficult to drive, everyone said, but it's nighttime. It's better.
I thought the down roads less easy to drive. Do a U-turn, left straight after, so yeah, that's weird.
We're going to Daikoku, PA?
Yeah.
It's Friday night, hopefully it's not closing. Yeah, sometimes it's closed at Friday night or Saturday night.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Wow. So you like it?
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
Good.
And also it's really nice to, people turn their head when you drive by.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
What? I think so.
Yeah.
If I look at you in the Tokyo, I love Century as well. So and you driving.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes we drive up to a conveni to just get some coffee or so.
Okay.
What's this guy doing? Especially when I go back to the car with my coffee and then I put my cup of coffee on the roof of the car. And then why does this guy put his coffee on the top of that Century? Oh, it's his Century. Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah. So what do you love this car?
I really like the back.
Oh yeah.
So if you're like looking 3/4 from the back, so kind of side shot, straight thin line. It's also on the hood and also on the trunk lid.
Yeah, point is slightly high.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's so cool and it's timeless and it's sleek. The weird thing is, I was looking at the car, like standing all alone on a parking spot, and it didn't look that big. It only looks big when you park it next to like a normal sized car. Then you notice that it's huge, it's wide, it's high.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a really timeless, good design. It's really clean also.
Yeah, the design have a little bit changed from the first one, and
Exactly.
the third one looks like very similar.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the third generation.
Yeah.
By the way. It's
in Japan.
Yeah, if you go to Roppongi, I don't know. I was in Roppongi yesterday. I've seen
New one.
7 of them, and also even the SUV.
Wow.
Yeah, I like the SUV better than I thought. I've seen the first one in Kyoto yesterday in Roppongi. It's really nice.
But it doesn't have V12.
But that's why I wanted to have this one because it has the V12.
Yeah, this is last V12. You often road trip at Amsterdam, like you're traveling in Japan?
No, well, in Europe and also
Cross border?
Yeah. And last year we took Land Cruiser to Morocco. So
sounds good.
Yeah. So we went from Amsterdam through Belgium, through France, through Spain, and then took the ferry to Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Land Cruiser in Africa?
Yeah.
Wow,
where
amazing.
It's supposed to be. In Africa, there's like a lot of fighting going on in the borders. So basically, it's unsafe to go to Algeria or to Mauritania. We wanted to go there, but it's too unsafe.
Okay.
And also, we took our Alfa Romeo Spider to Croatia, but also to Italy, all the way down to Naples and back up. So we like to do road trips.
Good. Take a airplane or train?
Sometimes we do, but I like driving too much.
Okay.
It's really cool to see the landscape change, see the people change, see people change, to see culture change.
Everything changed.
Exactly.
How's driving in Japan?
Well, it's pretty good. The roads look very good to me. Very
really?
decent. Yeah.
What's the most memorable place or people or landscape?
Well, I think it was the day we drove to Kanazawa from Kyoto, and we did the coastal route.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. The sea was blue.
Yeah. Japan Sea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I don't know, the roads were really quiet and winding, and it was really nice. And also on Shikoku, we had one driving day, and we didn't see any other traffic for I think an hour or so. So I was driving a mountain route, and there was no other traffic, and it was so nice. We weren't held up by like a truck driving in front of us, or it was just very good. And I think the landscape on Shikoku I like the most.
Okay.
It's really beautiful.
So what do you image for Daiko?
100 to 200 cars, nice cars, weird
Something
cars.
like
The mythical Japanese cars, like the cars that were in Gran Turismo, so Subarus, RX-7s, a lot of brapping going on.
Yeah. Oh, you want to see that?
Oh, well, see that, hear that maybe.
That's the Japanese culture.
So I think just that, like a lot of lights.
Yeah. You're correct. You can see everything.
Nice.
Custom cars and Porsche as well, the wrapping cars and
Nice.
maybe 10 same cars.
Oh, they park next to each other always. I don't know. What I really think is nice about Japanese car culture is that everybody changes their cars. I mean, you see the high aces with fender flares and stuff like that.
Ah, you like that?
Yeah, as long as it's like tasteful, I kind of like it. Also, I really like the modifications that people do on their Pro Box.
Pro Box, yes.
Yeah.
Ah, you know the Euro Box.
Yeah, exactly. The Renault car.
It looks like a Golf 1.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's really cool.
Really? You like it?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Yesterday we walked and I saw a G-Wagon, and next to it was parked what I thought was a T3, so an old transporter, but it was high-ace as well. So it was really weird to see the T3 front on a high-ace.
Yeah. Japanese people like to mix with
Yeah.
favorite cars and honto smooth. It's like it's very smooth.
Yeah.
Like silent.
Yeah. So by going in that car, I now really like the quietness of the.
ということで、大黒ふ頭にやってきましたが、めちゃくちゃ混んでるんです。金曜これ空いてんのかな。まさかオランダ人とセンチュリーで大黒に来るとは。Michael, how do you rate your car out of 100?
I think around 90.
Around 90. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me the reason.
Yeah, it's just really good at what it's built for. It's spacious, it's quiet, it handles pretty well. Once you get used to the waftiness, you can thrash it quite hard around mountain roads, so I did.
And the first V12 for you?
Yeah, it's my first V12 and it's so smooth and so quiet and so...
What's the reason, the less 10 point you have for the 100?
I really like estate cars. Just to be able to throw everything in the back and close the boot and drive. So that's the main reason. It's not an estate, and I like to cycle. I'm Dutch after all. I like to take my bicycles with me, and there's no tow hook or something available for this car, so could have been better.
Yeah. ステーションバージョンを作ってくださいというとさんお願いします。Do you want to keep your car forever? Century?
No, probably not. I like to switch cars pretty often, so usually I drive my cars for, I don't know, 2 to 3 years. Then I start looking for something else because there's so much fun cars to drive and to own.
Life is short.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. The Alfa Romeo Spider, I have it for 10 years already now, and it keeps being satisfying because I don't drive it in winter. So every time I restart it in spring, it's like I get to know it like freshly. So that's really nice. But my daily cars, I like to switch them every 2 to 3 years. Yeah.
I understand. ステーションバージョンの走という、マイクロさんでさ、Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for
Have
having
a
me.
nice trip.
Thank you.
Hope to see you somewhere in maybe Europe.
In Europe? Yeah, sure. You're welcome.
ということで、ボイスオンリミッツ TV インターナショナルでございました。ありがとうございました。バイバイ。